God put a burden on our heart to do an overnight in the Kraal. We had never done that. We had never heard of it. We were scared to do it because that season was a very hard season. It was New Year. We were crossing from one year to the other. We went back and forth about it, but eventually we believed that God wanted us to do it. So that night we packed up our things, talked to our pastor and said we want to do this, and they said, all right, just be cautious about it. We talked to the LC and they allowed us. The army was very close, so we had some people to help us. So we did the overnight. It was a one-time thing. When we started the overnight, it's amazing that the community, especially the men, were very afraid. They kept wondering, what is going on? We hope that nobody's stealing our cattle and stuff. But all through that night, we prayed, we sang songs, we worshipped, we studied the word, we watched the Jesus film. This moved many. God used many. That particular night, from what we heard, the warriors were planning to come and attack this particular kraal. But because they had the singing and the prayers, they did not come to the kraal. They went to other communities. So God in his work has continued to do, miracles after miracles for the gospel reaching communities. And eventually, many people were attracted to coming and being part of the Bible studies. Story after story. This was the morning into the new year. We just had a Bible study. The ladies slept there. The animals were there. But this was a final, all right, thank you guys. Laying strategy of what the community wanted for that year before we left. God opened the door for the food project through church partnerships. Lugogo Baptist Church and Moroto were able to provide feeding for these communities. It was a very hard season, a season of drought and famine. And this is part of the holistic approach that churches do, and very, very important. And this particular church, they also distributed food to others that were not coming for the Bible study. And the church in small ways started to grow, and eventually God opened the door for a structure for them. They transitioned from the Kraal into their new church structure.